Hi! In the previous video, we added a simple marker to a map. Markers are a great solution if you want to show the location of your business. However, if you have multiple points on a map, such as airports, it's better to load them from an external file. In this episode, I will show you how. In this video, I will use data in the GeoJSON format. GeoJSON is an open standard format designed for representing simple geographic features along with their non-spatial attributes. It is based on a human-readable text format called JSON, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation, which is widely used on the web. GeoJSON can be used to represent Buckingham Palace as a polygon, the route on the nearest bike path as a line, and the bike parking spot as a point. To add and display our GeoJSON on a map, we will subscribe a custom handler to the load event. First, we need to add a new layer to our map. We can define the ID of this layer, the type of geometry stored in the layer, the source, and how the layer will look. For the type symbol, we can also define which icon to use for airport and how big this icon should be. Next, we need to define the source of our airports using the map.addSource function. As an ID, we will use airports_points, and this ID will be used as a connection to the source that we define in addLayer. The type of our source is GeoJSON. After the data parameter, we can paste the GeoJSON itself or link an external GeoJSON source. And as the last thing, we need to define our airport icon. Because our icon is already hosted on the web, we use a map.loadImage instance member. This is a simple approach if you have just a single icon. If you have multiple icons, it's better to use a sprite for faster map loading. A sprite is a single image that contains all the icons included in a style. This helps us to reduce the number of requests needed to fetch all of the images. The image file for the map.loadImage function must be in PNG, WebP, or JPEG format. When we need to define the URL of our image, we use a callback. The callback function is called when the image has been loaded, and the error argument will tell us if there was an error. Map.loadImage just loads the image, but does not display it. To display, we need the map.addImage function. Map.addImage adds the image to the style and gives it the ID to connect the icon with the layer. In our case, the ID is airport_icon. And that's it. Now you can see all of the airports with a plane icon on the map. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on the next episode in this mini-series. Thanks and goodbye.